Is he a singer? I don't think he's a singer, eh? Are you feeling lucky? Cowboy. The most famous cowboy in history. Eh? The most famous cowboy. Join me. The Crack-a-Billy clubs. Alright, let's go with this. A billy club is a club that a policeman carries. So a policeman usually has a gun on one side, and then on the other side he has a short stick. The stick is called a billy club. Right? So the Crack-a-Billy clubs, when you hit somebody on the head, crack. That's what the Crack-a-Billy club. Right? I don't know nothing about nothing.
I don't know nothing about nothing, but I'm trying to stand up.
Right, what does that mean? I don't know nothing about nothing. The grammar is completely wrong. It should be, I don't know anything about anything, right? I don't know anything about anything. But it means I don't know very much, but I'm proud to stand upright. Even though I don't know so much, I can still stand up and fight for what I believe or fight for what I think. Right?
Nothing about nothing, but my future looks so bright.
Right? My future is still bright. Even though I'm not a genius, I can still do some good things.
Illuminated by the light, like a track of sound bites and replay to get it right.
Okay? Alright. Any questions about this? You want to do the back? No. You can get the lyrics online. You can get the lyrics online. And it's got lots of stuff. Right? No questions?
我是跟那个 George Scott，他是一个演员，演巴顿将军。
Okay. So he's an actor.
actor.
An actor, okay, an actor. George C. Scott. I've heard of him before, but I never paid attention, so. Okay? Alright. Yes. Yes. Oh, illumined. It should be. It should be illuminated. 应该是要写 illuminated， 可是他因为唱歌的关系，他把它减少了，多一个音节，所以他把一个音节减掉。It should be illuminated. It means to make it bright, to shine light. If you buy a light bulb， 应该是这样听吧。那个灯的亮度是用 lumen 去测。Usually we say watts， 因为现在都是用电，那电是几瓦，那几瓦就是 watts。可是它的亮度是用 lumens 去量。
2000度。
Okay, so let's look at what we ought to know for health. Alright, Unit 9, staying healthy. Staying healthy. Start with something very easy. Maybe not so easy, because there's room for debate. On page 142. 142. B, share information, work with a small group, complete the activities. Number 1, there are many factors that can affect your health. You can control some of these factors, you cannot control others. Look at the list of factors, write them in 2 categories in the chart. So what can you control and what can you not control? Right? And I think some people may have different ideas about some of them. So first one, age. What does age mean? How old you are, right? How old you are. Diet. What is diet? Yeah, what you eat. Exercise. What's the difference between sports and exercise? Sport is a noun. Exercise can also be a noun. And exercise can be a verb. Sport can't be a verb. For sport, we say play a sport. The verb is play. So what's the difference between exercise and sport? I just told you the answer. If you were listening. Just baseball or basketball or.
Ball is very nice exercise.
I'll give you an example. I exercise every day, but I never play sports. I used to play frisbee, and I'm going to play frisbee probably starting in about September when I have time. But I haven't played for about a year. Yeah? So I exercise every day, but I never play sports. What does that mean? Yeah, you can jog or ride your bike or something like that. Exercise is moving to be healthy. Right? Moving to be healthy. Sport is moving to win.
Regulation.
Oh yeah, you can say to compete or to make money or to have fun. So you play a sport.
Or goal.
Basketball, football, soccer, stuff like that. What's that?
For goal.
For a goal, yeah, good. Well, exercise has a goal too.
为了目的来动。
可是 exercise 也有目的啊，就是健身或是健康或是什么的。The best way to think about it, if you can make money doing it, it's a sport. 因为很多是，就比如说什么慢跑或什么的，你还是可以赚钱啊。跑步也可以赚钱的，因为有人是用跑步去，就是那个是一个，就是奥运或什么的，也是一个项目。So if you can make money doing it, it's a sport. So running is a sport called track and field, right? And bicycling is a sport. Bicycling. I do it for exercise because I'm never going to make money from bicycling. But other people do it as a sport, right? Like the Tour de France, right? The big race, Tour de France. So exercise you do for your health. Sports you do for fun. Or for money, right? Family history, what is family history?
家族历史。
Yeah, good. The health of your elders, right? The health of your elders. Your parents, grandparents are in history, okay? It doesn't just mean my parents came from Germany. It means my grandfather had a heart attack when he was 35 years old or something, okay? So family history is for health, usually. Gender, what does gender mean? Yeah, sex. Are you a man or a woman, right? Next one, sleep. Laying down and shutting your eyes for a long time. Smoking, smoking. Social influences. So who you spend time with, right? Who you spend time around. Who you talk with. Stress. English. Pressure. What does pressure mean? Something that makes you feel maybe feel nervous or feel uncomfortable or something like that, right? Make you feel uncomfortable. Weight. How pound? Oh, how many pounds? Oh yeah, how much you weigh. Right? Weight is how much you weigh. How much you weigh. English, you can say how pound you are. And work. Your job, how you make money. Right? So which of these can you control and which can you not control? Right? Work in groups of say 3 to 5. Right? 3, 4, 5 people. Right? Give you a few minutes to talk about them and put them into your groups. And you can give a reason for each one. 要分2类，可以控制跟无法控制，然后每一个都要给 原因啊。
对，我蛮好笑的。
Right, right, right. Oh. Your child life. Child life. If you are an administrator, right, then you can control it. But you can control it. Like quitting your job. Okay. An administrator.
哎，对了，老师你来，我们变英文。
I have to stay here. tell them half sugar or maybe quarter sugar. And so you have 3/4 sugar, half sugar, 1/4 sugar. Second-hand smoke. Second-hand smoke. Alright, everybody, back up here, run through these, and then we got another topic that we can talk about. First one, ready? Young at heart. What does young at heart mean?
Young mental age.
You have to be careful about this. And we'll talk about this in a second. Your physical age, your body is old. But you still act what? Yeah, you act young, or you're always happy, or something like that, right? So young at heart means even though your body is old, you still like to have fun. You still like to do fun stuff, right? So young at heart. Childlike. Childish and childlike are a little bit different. They basically mean the same thing, but childish is bad, childlike is okay. Right? So childlike means, it's basically young at heart. Like, basically young at heart. But it's better to say young at heart, because some people might misunderstand if you say I'm childlike, or he's childlike. Right? Same problem if you talk about mental age. Right? Physical age is how old your body is. Mental age is, it's not really how old your mind is, but it's the age level that your mind operates at. So the reason you have to be careful about this is, like when you watch the news, you'll see somebody, oh, he's 22 years old, but his mental age is only 3 years old. Right? So mental age is often used to talk about people who are mentally, we say, handicapped. Mentally handicapped, you also hear people say retarded. But retarded is supposed to be a bad word now. Right? 这个现在是我们说什么政治性的什么的，反正就是比较不好听的啊。Mentally handicapped, you got it. Okay. Somebody have a question about that? I heard somebody saying something. No? Okay. Yes. The maturity of your mind, right? The maturity of your mind. So if you say somebody is very mature, it means they act like an adult. If you say somebody is immature, it means they act like a child. But immature again is like childish. These are both bad. Right? And administrator, what is an administrator? Administrator. 经理 but then managers for a company. An administrator is like a manager for a school. You have teachers and you have administrators. If you work in a classroom, you're a teacher. If you work in the office, you're an administrator. Right? So administrators are the people who work in the office at the school. Right? If you work in an office, you're an administrator. And second-hand smoke. What is second-hand smoke?
You don't smoke that for weekends. But your friends smoke,
So what is second-hand smoke? You don't smoke, you... Not breath. Breath is... You breathe. Breath 是名词 breathe 是动词哈。So you breathe, the smoke you breathe from other people smoking. Right? The smoke you breathe from other people smoking. 别人抽烟的，别人，Chinese is hard to explain too. 你吸到别人抽的烟。So the smoke you breathe from other people smoking. Right? Second-hand smoke. In Taiwan, you have lots of, I call them tea stands. Right? Where you go like 50 lan. What is lan? I don't know. Or balance, or what are some other ones? I just know balance. Balance 有英文名字哈。Or I think there's one called shiny tea or something like that. Anyway, you have lots of the tea stands. So you have to change your sugar depending on what you like, right? So change your sugar change the amount of sugar in your drink according to your taste. In America, we don't have any tea stands. So, I can't give you really good answers about this, right? What I can tell you is a good guess, right? If you want full sugar, you just say, oh, I want full sugar. 全糖应该是差不多吧 full sugar. Yeah, and half sugar is easy, right? So full sugar and half sugar 应该搞定的，没什么问题。其他有问题，因为里面有什么少糖、微糖，什么 I don't know, man. I would say 3/4 for 4. We say quarters. Right? So 3/4 sugar, or 1/4 sugar, or no sugar. Be okay. As far as like 微糖. Just a tiny little bit, something like that. tiny bit of sugar, I don't know. Right? And these three all mean the same thing. First one, ready? Throw up.
Throw up.
Vomit. Puke.
Puke.
So what do they all mean? Yeah, they all mean. Oh wait. If you eat and something, it comes back out of your stomach. Throw up is, I would say, the normal way of saying it. 就平常讲的都讲 throw up. If you go see the doctor, he's going to say vomit. So if you hear the doctor say vomit, it means to throw up. If you talk to somebody who's in 5th grade, they'll probably say puke. 就比较小孩子比较乱讲的一些，就那种的口气啊。For example, if you talk to a doctor, he says, "It is not very pleasant." But if you talk to a 6th grader, they'll say, "It sucks." Same idea. So puke and sucks are about the same level of English. 就比较年轻，比较不会想那么多，就会随便讲。Right? So puke, vomit, and throw up are all the same thing. We call it you throw up every. Let's go ahead. In America, we call it morning sickness. Right? Morning sickness. 早上病。No, when you're pregnant. When you're pregnant and you throw up a lot. In America, we call it morning sickness. The problem is, when you're actually pregnant, you learn very quickly that it's not only in the morning. So suddenly it's afternoon, night, and middle of the night, and sometimes whatever sickness. But we call it morning sickness. Call it morning sickness. All right, other questions? All right, and last one, ready? Betel nut. What is a betel nut? Taiwanese chewing gum. So betel nut, we call it betel nut. Well, me, you've never tried. I've never tried it. I like to try to see what it's like, but I'm afraid of 2 things. Number 1, if I like it, then life would be horrible, because I'd have black teeth and drool on myself all the time and have to spit it and be really gross. So I'm not going to risk it. Okay? Alright. And first one, age. Can you control your age? Who says yes, you can? No.
Just control the mental age.
Control your. You can't control your mental age. 这个也不能控制. But you can control your what?
My mood.
Your mood. You can't control your mood. Mood. Maybe a little bit. You can't control your age, but you can control your attitude. Right? So you can't control your age, but you can control your attitude. Your attitude is essentially being young at heart or being childlike or whatever. Okay. Next one, your diet. Can you control what you eat?
Yes.
家里的剩饭的时候。
This is a problem a lot of Americans have. Is they say, "Oh, I can't control what I eat." Either because, when I go to school, that's the lunch that's there, and I can only eat what's there, which is basically saying I'm lazy, because you could make food and take it to school or something like that, right? There's a comedian. Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais. 那个讲笑话的那个人 You can go on YouTube and look him up. He talks. He's very politically incorrect. 他会讲一些很难听的事情。I'll explain what politically correct is. You know politically correct? No? You know politics, right?
Yes.
And you know correct. So politically correct? No. Politically correct means you have to say something that sounds nicer. You can't say something that might make somebody feel bad. So, for example, in America, you cannot say somebody is fat. Why? Yeah, unpolitically correct, right? If I say you're fat, you might be sad. And Ricky Gervais, one of his main ideas is that's stupid. If you're fat, and I say you're fat, you shouldn't be sad because you are fat. You know what I mean? So he talks about weight a lot, and if you go and listen to his stuff about weight, it's interesting. It's not nice, but it's interesting, and he talks a lot about it, right? And he talks about how people who are overweight, people who are very obese, they always use excuses for why they're so big instead of facing the situation and doing something about it, right? But anyway, diet in America is one of the big problems. People say, oh, I can't control myself. Oh, well, that's why you're fat. You know what I mean? If you say you can't control it, if you don't control it, then you're going to have problems. So what you can control, you have to try to control. Like exercise, can you control exercise?
Yes.
Yes and no?
Yes.
Everybody says yes. Yes. I'll play devil's advocate. If your job has you walking up and down stairs all day, you can't control that. You get too much exercise, you can't control it. But you can control not getting enough, because after work you can go and do what you want, right? 如果你的工作很辛苦的话，那就是没办法减少，可是可以加多，不能减少哈。Right, next one, family history. Can you control your family history? No, man, there's no way to control that because it's already in the past, right? Gender, being a man or a woman, can you control it?
No.
使用化妆品可以。
Or doctors. There are two different things. We have sex and gender. You cannot control your sex. Because your sex is what you were born as. But you can control your gender, because gender is what you act like. So if I grew my hair out long and wore a dress and acted like a lady, then my gender would be female, even though my sex is male. You understand? So you can control gender, but you cannot control sex. Yes? You can, if you get an operation.
I saw a movie, Pray for Barbie. Do you hear that movie? They say it's a Pray for Barbie.
Okay. Play for Barbie. Okay.
You don't see that
I've
movie?
never heard of it, no.
Oh. Well, somebody say it's a historical event.
Okay.
That is a true story based on it. And it's then homosex. Homosex is a historical event.
Right.
But you never see that movie.
I've never heard of it. Okay. Okay. Alright, next one, sleep. Can you control sleep?
Yes.
打晕。
I need sleep anytime.
Anytime. Okay. Sleep, yes and no, and I think it depends on individuals. If you can control when you go to bed, but you can't control if you go to sleep or not, right? Right. You can if you drink coffee and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you can try to get more sleep, but yeah, you can't always control it. Smoking.
Yes.
Yes, you can control smoking. Right? Social influences.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Why sometimes?
We can choose to do degree of
On the amount of time you spend with people. Yeah. Okay. I think you can control your friends, but you can't control your what?
情感 feeling
Well, you can control your friends. You can control who you spend time with in your free time, but you cannot control the people you work with, right? If my desk is here and his desk is there, there's nothing I can do about that. So you can control it to a certain degree. Right? You can control it to a certain degree, but not completely. And stress, can you control stress? Yes. How?
Change your thoughts.
Okay, good. So you can't change the stress, but you can change your attitude toward stress. Okay, so a similar idea.
可以控制自己给别人的压力，没办法控制别人的压力。
But Morning said if you're a teacher, you can control your stress. But if you're an administrator, you can't control your stress. I said, no, you can. You can quit your job. So you can control your stress by removing yourself from the situation, yeah? But that depends on whether or not you want to do that, right? Can you control your weight?
不能随心所欲。
Yeah, but you can do it through exercise or through what you eat and stuff like that. A little bit, yeah. And work. Can you control your work? No? So you can't get another job?
When my boss order me what to do, I must do.
Okay, so if you have this job, then you have to do whatever this job requires of you, right? Alright. Can you quit your job to get another job?
当然是没办法。
I can't.
No? Alright, so yeah, it's not that easy. You can control it, but it's not that easy. Yeah? Okay. Alright, next page, page 143. Alright, we have work and school, self-care, and social life. Alright? We have all of these things to put into the pie chart. And if we look at number 3, in your group discuss how much time you spend on these activities, how well do you balance them, do you spend more time on some than others, and how can you live a healthier lifestyle? So, very quickly, in your groups, discuss what these are and where they go in the pie chart, and make a plan to improve your lifestyle. Right? Then, at the end, everybody gets 1 minute to explain how they're going to improve their lifestyle before next week. You understand? So your homework this week, become a healthier person. So make a plan. What can you do within the next week to improve your health? Right? To improve your health. But I want everybody to stand up and talk to somebody that they haven't talked to yet today. Right? So everybody stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Find somebody you have not talked to today. Right? Somebody you haven't talked to today.
没有讲过话。哎，我们都说过早安的。早没有讲过话。1对1吗？1百万。Teacher, we need 1 by 1.
Two is best. 3 is okay.
好，OK。2个都可以。2个是好的，3个也可以。2个下降，3个也不错。我手背服。嗨。
So if you're supposed to leave at 5, but every night you stay at work until 8, then you need to have some time away from work. Or if you take work home with you and you do it at home, that's also, you need time away from work. Some time to relax.
Yeah.
Alright, everybody, have a seat. Have a seat, have a seat, have a seat.
千几吗？他们都要回去了。
看你们讲的都录起来了，耶！对啊，对啊，你们在镜头旁边讲话。
Alright, now everybody has 1 minute to stand up and explain how you can make your lifestyle healthier within the next week. So next week when you come here, I want to see a healthier person. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. 1 minute. So very quickly. You don't have to take the whole minute. If you don't use the full minute, then it's okay. Right? And I'll go first, just so you know what we're doing. Right? 1分钟。这个礼拜能做到什么，让你的生活模式变更健康 ？OK？ 1分钟以内，不一定要到1分。OK？ Alright, and I'll start. Okay. I used to bike to work every day. And when I started biking, it took about 20 minutes. And then I got 20 minutes down to about 10 minutes. So then I started running to work. And when I started running to work, it took about 25 minutes. And now I've gotten that down to about 15 minutes. But now, I only run to work once or twice a week. So starting this week, I want to try to run to work at least 3 days a week. And I eat too much. But I'm like Amber, I have high metabolism. I can't get fat, except right here. So I need to start eating less and start eating healthier foods. Not eat so much oil and stuff like that. Thank you. 1 second left. Perfect.
Wow.
可是我倒数计时器可以一直叫，可以叫。
Right, first one. 我随便讲哈。Richard.
好，嗨，
Okay, just stand up here. Stand up
好
here.
的。
Okay, go.
I think the quality of the sleep is very important because I can sleep long time for 8 or 9 or 10 hours, but they didn't feel good. So we need be quiet when we before we sleep about half hours or 1 hour to not to peace to get the peace and I need to sleep early and get up early and I try to sleep better 啊刚刚好
So you need to
choose the other
Do you want to choose or do you want me to choose?
这样表示有签好抽签
Okay. You said you need to relax for 30 minutes before you go to bed, right?
Yes.
Right. So we can relax 30 minutes before we go to bed. I'll choose. Eliza. get the timer here. Right, go.
How to manage healthy? I think first one I will never go to the all-you-can-eat restaurant because always I have money. If I go to the restaurant, all I can eat, I will want to eat more, and I didn't feel very good when I go back. So it's the first rule. The second one is I will try to eat more vegetable and fruits during my life. Okay, I try, but not always I can control. Like I eat at school or the breakfast, I have no time to prepare. I need to buy it. So maybe just lunch I can have my own idea. And the third one is I try to go sleep on time, not sleep late. Okay. So it's a very important thing for me to keep health. And last one will be do exercise, but I not really do very well because you can see I didn't really exercise much. Yes, thumbs up. Thank you.
And all you can eat restaurant, you can also say a buffet.
Buffet.
Yeah, I don't like to go to buffets, something like that. And sleep late means you sleep more.
Sleep more.
Yeah. If you sleep late, that means in the morning
Oh,
you
okay.
stay in bed later. So we have sleep late and we have go to sleep late. Yeah, so you want to say I need to go to bed early. I should not go to bed late because but if you say I shouldn't sleep late, means I should wake up early. Yeah, right? So sleep late and go to sleep later opposite. Right. Good one, Sally.